I remember being on the phone to my best friend and saying, he's going to regret it, isn't he? He's definitely going to regret it. But how? Why? Why will he regret it? Tell me why. We've all had this thought, wondering when somebody, stops contact with us and stops speaking to us, stops investing in us, if they're going to regret it. And what is the thing that will trigger them into that feeling of regret? And in this video, we're going to explore that. And then we're also going to turn it around so that you can ask yourself a more empowering question when it comes to wondering if this person is going to regret losing you. So before I get into this video, I'd like to remind you that I've got 30% off on my one-to-one coaching for a limited time only. For the rest of August, you can get 30% on one-to-one coaching. And if you buy a package, you also get a free self-study course worth £160. And if you buy the 12-session package, you get both of them for free. So there's a lot of money to save at the moment. If you want to make the most of that, you can use the discount code, which is August 30 in capital letters. I'd love to meet you, help you process whatever it is that you need to process, help you find what the blocks are that are keeping you stuck, attached, and clinging on to something that maybe isn't healthy for you, help you understand how you can learn to move forward so that you can either reconnect to this person, to yourself, or to somebody else in the future, depending on what is right for you. So if you want any more information about what I do, you can find out in the links below. So, okay, what makes somebody regret it? With avoidance, they don't typically show regret in the way that's like begging, chasing, showing up at your door, all of these romantic things that especially anxious people think about and wonder if they'll ever do. Avoidants are more likely to show regret in subtle ways by, stalking your social media, sending you a meme, sending you something that reminded them of you or whatever. But what instigates that feeling? Often it's when you pull back your energy and the energy that you were giving them, chasing them with, trying to fix the relationship with, is no longer available to them. They start to regret not investing in you when they realize that the home that you made, the emotional safety that you gave them, the safe, soft landing that you were for them is no longer there. Not because you're trying to trick them into being back with you, but actually because you have started to invest in yourself, because you've started to put you first, because you've started to focus on the life that you want to create. They can see from a distance you loving and living your life. They see you with friends. They hear about you from other people. They get it. They see that there's something magic about you that they lost, that they took for granted. Okay? So what do you have to do to trigger this regret in them is actually genuinely focus on yourself, genuinely turn the lens back on you, genuinely start doing the work on what was keeping you so attached to somebody who could not meet you where you needed to be met. This is the thing with these anxious avoidant loops, is that they shine a light for both people on something. And the anxious one is probably more likely to want to understand and do the work on themselves about what it was that was allowing them to accept so much less than what they know they deserve and what they know they want in a relationship. Where has this pattern come from? Where in your childhood was this the way that was familiar and normal to you? There are so many things that avoidance will help you understand about yourself, help you to grow into knowing what your needs are, being able to speak up for yourself, ending the people-pleasing cycle that you might have been in. This avoidant ex of yours might be the catalyst for transformation, for deepening of your self-love that you didn't know you needed. Sometimes these avoidant relationships can feel so intense because they bring your attention to the pain that you didn't know you were experiencing. They bring your attention to the needs that had never been met. They bring your attention to the parts of you that you had shut down, repressed, and that you kept on shutting down and repressing with this person. They bring your attention to the feelings that you want to experience. They bring your attention to the way love should not be. They bring your attention to how you want love to be from experiencing the contrast with somebody who cannot meet your emotional needs the way you want to be met, the way you want to be seen, the way you want to be safe. They show you what you do need and what you do want in a relationship. And this is such good information. So when you start to learn these things through the pain of experiencing the contrast, you actually start to awaken yourself to what you do need, which deepens your self-love, which makes you make decisions like setting boundaries and distancing yourself when somebody can't meet you where you want to be met, and somebody's not committing the way you want to be committed to, and all these things. When you start doing these things, then avoidance starts to go, something's different here. And when you really pull back your energy, when you really actually focus on yourself and work on this attachment, work on you, deepening your self-love, and avoidance starts to feel that shift in energy. And this can make them feel that regret of losing the magic that you are, the magic that you offered them, the love, the safety, the commitment that you offered them. Another way that an avoidant might start to regret losing somebody like you is when they have experienced many, many other, surface level relationships and realize that you were offering them something much deeper. You were offering them a safety that they hadn't experienced with somebody else. You were offering them laughter and joy and connection and fun in a way that they hadn't experienced with somebody else. And so whenever they actually experience the contrast themselves, they see the difference. And this takes time sometimes. But what's important is that you stop asking, what's going to make them regret it? And you start asking yourself, what's going to make me proud that I didn't lose myself? How can I celebrate the decisions that I've made to put myself first? How can I not regret staying stuck on somebody who wouldn't meet me where I wanted to be met? How can I make decisions right now, no matter what's happened in the past, that I will not regret? Right? Those are the questions that you've got to ask yourself to turn this around, because it doesn't matter if they regret losing you at the end of the day, if they're not willing to transform, to do the work. And it doesn't matter if they regret losing you if you no longer trust them at all. How willing are you to stay and do the work with somebody who is only half interested in doing that, right? Because that's a lot of work. So what I want you to do is ask yourself this question. What would I regret more? Holding on to somebody who I know cannot meet me where I need to be met, who is not committed to me the way I am committed to them, or letting go and risking it, letting go and trusting that I will be caught, letting go and choosing myself? Which one would you regret more? Right? Because yes, if you let go, sure, there's a risk. This person might never come back. This person might never regret it. This person might never give you that validation. But would you regret more holding on and knowing that still they might not do that, even if you do? Right? You've got nothing to lose by making decisions that put you first. You've got nothing to lose by shifting your attention to focusing on your life, because either they are going to regret it, they are going to come back around, they are going to ask you how you are, want to know what happened, want to know what this energy shift is. They are going to tell you that they feel sorry that they acted so poorly in the relationship with you. Or they're not going to, but either way, you investing in you is going to make you feel better. It's going to make you shine. It's going to make your life more full. You can't lose by choosing you. So turn around this question. How can I do something today for me that I will not regret? So I hope you found this video useful and empowering. If you'd like any more information about how you can work with me, you can find out all the information in the links below. There is 30% on my one-to-one coaching at the moment. If you want to join the Heartbreak Healers, it's a beautiful space where you'll meet other people just like you going through a similar thing in relationships, whether that's a breakup, a long distance relationship, a difficult toxic relationship, a relationship that's not working, that's on its last legs. Wherever you are in your relationship journey, join the Heartbreak Healers Club and we can process it together. I'd love to meet you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.